Greetings, fellow aliens. We're playing Dyson Sphere program again, and the plan is to explore the star cluster a bit. Some of the stars we haven't visited, which I don't know if that actually helps us in the game much, but we're trying to, well, everything I'm currently trying to do in terms of production requires power, and as you can see, we've got the little warning lightning bolts that there's not enough of it. And that, the reason for that is that we had a crash of the Dyson Swarm due to ultimately not producing enough iron or copper or something like that. Like, some of the veins ran dry, and I didn't provide new sources in time. So the total sale count got down to like 3,000 or 4,000, and that was a bit of a crisis. But it's slowly recovering, and I need to let it recover some more. And so that's, in order to do that, in order to give it time and not just like optimize production things that don't need optimizing, I'm going to go and explore other planets. This was a factory for rockets and launchers for rockets. And these are what, when we actually can build them, will build the Dyson Swarm, or Dyson Sphere rather. So in the Dyson Sphere view here, you can see this little design I made. It looks okay. With little arrows going around the circle. And so when we launch the rockets, they'll go and build this. But of course we don't have any rockets, don't have any launchers yet, because we don't have any power, or don't have enough power rather. Most everything is working at like degraded capacity, but the things specifically that need to come here, like nanotubes, it's auto-saving, thank you for that, and solar sails. Like, it's not giving us, like, probably would need extra solar sails, because hopefully it's going to prioritize the Dyson Swarm for that. So we'll have to come back here and check on our Dyson Swarm every so often. Make sure it's not crashing again. So what's the number at? Currently it's at 14,100. So, trying to remember that. So what else do we need? Supermagnetic rings. Those are always hard. And quantum chips. Got plenty of... Got graviton lenses though. That's good. Those have previously been hard to produce. Got deuterium. Same deal. But anyway, so I'm going to go back and check. Let's see, do I need... Oh, I've got batteries. I've got, like... Yeah, I'm going to go back to the home planet and just... Well, where's the home planet? get into sail mode here. And there it is. Whoop. Alright, speed it up a little bit. Where do we want to be? I think over near the interstellar towers on this planet, so that over there, I think. Those them? Yes, maybe. No, those are regular towers. Okay. We're near South Pole, and we want to go all the way over there, I guess. Ish. No, down there. Okay. That general. Wait, that's weird. Okay, so we're going, I guess, east because we're facing south and going to the left. There's the interstellar tower. And we need to stop here and get some batteries. Right, actually, got... yeah, probably grab a few. And then just make some room in our inventory. That ought to be enough. Okay, so we've got some boxes we're kind of using as a junk drawer here. Not going to need graviton lenses. Coal. Definitely need warpers. Definitely need miners. Power towers. Probably should grab some windmills. Don't really need the smelters. But I don't want to stick them in the junk drawer. Eh. Alright, I'm gonna go down to the mall area and grab some windmills. That's in case we had any mining on, and actually probably solar panels we want to. Windmills are over here somewhere. Wind turbines, I should call them. Three ought to be enough. Gives us actually one more stack. There we go. And we want solar panels, which are not around here. I don't think we have them in this area, do we? Probably need to go back up. But it's over here. water pumps. Smelters. Let's dump some smelters in there. And okay, let's put all these in here because we can't really use them on our interstellar trip. Because these receive power from a Dyson swarm. And if we're there long enough to build a Dyson swarm, then well, that would be a long time. 14,000. Oh. Our Dyson swarm is falling. Is that some problems going on? Let me check my production of solar sails. Okay, this group. Nope. This group. Not this. There we go. Okay. And we are producing plenty of them. So that's good. Or at least we're producing more than we are requiring. It's increasing gradually over the last, this is 6 hours or so. So I guess we're fine in that department. Maybe it's just, you know, a little fluctuation. Planet going between the launchers and where they're supposed to launch at, maybe. Looks like maybe we're just coming out of the shadow of our ice giant. So hopefully, no, we dropped below 14,000. Is that something to worry about? I hope not. We'll keep an eye on it. So did I need to grab anything else? Okay, get rid of this. Whoop. Oh, did I pause my research there? Okay, we'll grab some solar panels. Good thing they're in this box. Warpers. And we don't need the graphene. Probably want to grab some more drones before we leave. And sorters, we have enough of those. Alright. Wait, how many solar panels do I actually have? So 65 looks like. Okay, going back up here to the west, I believe. Yes. Been trying to think of, or pay attention to the compass directions here, so that, okay, and we're not producing any drones right now. Could be a little problem. That, and is there somewhere here that solar panels were supposed to be? I don't know. So what's your problem, drone machine maker thing? You're lacking processors. Knew we were making those. But are you getting them from... where are you getting them? Wait. Coming from... tower, maybe? Oh, this line that's producing process... no, come on. Okay. This autosave thing is annoying, but... processor line is not getting... microcrystalline components, which is not getting copper for some reason. What's the deal with copper? Where's this coming from? There's copper to... who knows where? Way down somewhere. Seriously? Are we like... we're seriously trucking in the copper from... all the way... alright. Well, maybe we can fix that if we have room on one of these towers to bring in some copper directly. What's the battery's problem? Supermagnetic rings. Okay. I don't know, maybe I need to fix some of these things, because we should we should definitely be producing copper. So what's going on here? I forget if this planet, did we like run out of copper? Local supply, remote demand. So yeah, so we sort of ran out of copper on the planet, but we should be, you know, mining it from others sufficiently. Okay. And I could just directly... no, not out of that one. I could bring the copper out from that tower. It's like there needs to be a smaller logistics solution, so that logistics tower to for this kind of distance, so that I don't have to do a bunch of belt spaghetti to get copper from this tower to these machines. This one's getting processors from somewhere, not the... anyway, so this tower's got copper. I'm gonna bring it on a belt from here. And copper. Except wait, they don't need copper ore, do they? They don't. No. They need copper ingots, right? There's no smelters over here. So and there isn't a... okay, fine. I'll add a new tower if I have to. Oh, maybe there's room in one of these. Okay, so unless somebody else is already bringing in copper ingots. Alright, so you, this tower, you give me ingots. Demand. And will they be in transit? Yes, awesome. So it's going to bring copper, and I'm going to bring it out of here on a belt. Add a filter so it actually does come out. And okay. So we need it for the squibbly bips, the microcrystalline components. My version's easier to say. Squibbly bips. Let's elevate a little in case some belts are coming out of this tower at some point. Alright, so who needs the copper over here? These ones need it, and nobody else. Okay. So we need to join up with this line, I guess, which we can do. Come over here. Tell me, okay, good. Like that, and like that, and join up with this line here. Okay, so you start getting copper, and you start producing squibbly bips and producing. These produce the processors, right? You guys gonna start working? Alright, here we go. So, processors. We get processors, we should start getting drones. I don't know if we should have the processors going directly to the drone manufacturing thing, because these are sort of like a general component that a lot of things need. And so in theory we should just send them to a tower. And are we? We're splitting them, and some are going to a tower maybe? Tower that's way over there. That's fine. Where's your copper? We're coming in? Okay. So we got copper coming in. What about these? Supermagnetic rings. Is that... Like, I wish we could see like where they're supposed to come from. Like some visibility into where, like what towers are supplying them and what towers are demanding them, and how it's choosing to route the items. That would be helpful. I don't remember how I'm producing the supermagnetic rings. But if we're not producing them here on this planet, like if these battery, what are they called? Deuteron fuel rods. If these Deuteron fuel rod manufacturer thingies aren't even getting them on the same planet where they're hopefully being produced, then maybe it's not just a power issue. So am I producing them over here? And there's a lot of empty belts over here. That's not what I like to see. What's going on? So these are producing a little bit of turbines. And is are the turbines the limiting factor for these? Looks like it. So we've got the other thing, magnets. Magnets plus turbines plus graphene. Is it graphite? Which that belt's full. So the turbines are the problem for the supermagnetic rings. So feel free to say hello if you're watching out there. Feel free to lurk as well. So what is the turbine's problem? It's not, I mean, they're getting some, so not getting, it looks like, enough magnetic coils, which maybe that was a copper problem as well. Auto saving. Magnetic coils. No, they're not getting enough magnets, it looks like. Which are coming from a tower. It should come from the smelters. And so that might just be a power problem. Got some in transit, so that's good. So it's not like there are no magnets being produced. So maybe that's just the problem why we're not seeing the supermagnetic rings here or on the other planet. So I'm going to check on the smelting. Hopefully not find a huge problem going on. Okay, so it's over here. It's like east of some refining stuff going on, which is east of here, the mall, early manufacturing stuff. Where am I now? Oh. So I'm like, wait, I'm close to the North Pole. That's weird. Okay, but I guess I just need to go eastish. Yeah, alright. way is east? Shh. Like this way, I guess. Compass might help. Alright, show me the smelting. Should be on the other side of the... There we go. Alright, coming in gracefully. That wasn't very graceful. But, these are low-ish on power. But, can't really help that right now. Probably. 13,300. Okay. Maybe we do need to check out the... I'm gonna update the title. Troubleshooting my solar cell production again. Just check on my magnets. There they are. So what's your major malfunction? You're not getting any iron ore, which is coming from this one factory, one mining area that is mostly exhausted. Okay. So we should be able to get some more iron ore from there. If there's... from here? Not iron ore. Is it iron ore that we need? So those are iron ingots. We need iron ore, which does come from there. So we need some of it to supply these magnet producer thingamajiggies. Right, let's just bring it out like that and join it up with this belt, because why not? Okay. So are all of these miners mining anything? Don't need you anymore. What about you? Got one vein going on. Got no vein. You've got no vein. You've got no vein. And just make sure we're covering this one. We'll just bring it around like that. And this whole line, I don't think we need anymore because it's not getting anything from anywhere. Probably meant to connect it up with a tower. But we just did, so we're good, right? Probably anybody else need resources while I'm here? You're getting, what's this? Steel. mouse trouble there. Okay, everybody's producing stuff. Glass. Okay, I think everybody's got the resources they need to some extent, except for power. And I don't know, hopefully fixing the magnets will have... Okay, 13300 will take care of the solar cell problem. Maybe they needed magnets or something. What's going on here? And this belt's going this way, and they are stacking, right? Got silicon coming in, and silicon crystals going out, and whatever needs it must not need that much of it. So that's great. Okay, so I'm gonna fly back up to the North Pole, just to my like backwards this way. And check on solar cell production. Whoa. Re-enter. Am I... Oh, it already transitioned out of sail mode. Alright, so these are producing some. Sufficient power supply, of course. They've got, like, the materials that they need. The photon containers and graphene. These need circuit boards, which they have. Prisms, which we don't have a lot of. Why don't we have a lot of them? Because they need more glass. Got some coming in though. And I know we added like a couple lines of smelting for glass. So let me just check on, let's see, there's glass in this. I mean, no, like, nothing weird going on in this graph, I think. Little blip there. To 1 hour. I mean, looks fine. $13,200. It was at 13,300 a little bit ago, right? Do you remember? 13,270. $13,260, 270. $13,250. Yeah, it's falling. I mean, so is glass the main limiting factor here? Are we shooting them out of the both planets? I don't see anything. I don't see much coming from that direction, right? Let's look at the map. So Carniferous 1 shooting them, Carniferous 2 shooting them a little. I mean, I don't think it has as many launchers. This one's like really... $13,200. Holy crap. Okay, so glass is a problem. Maybe? Or is it? I mean, let's see the problem here. Insufficient power supply. Could be making more, but making prisms. Just okay. So anything else being a problem for these solar sails? We've got. Well, I mean, we've got both of these lines are full. So even if this might like could maybe produce more, it's not like. It's not like it's having a problem getting the resources it needs, the solar sail line that is. So I don't know, maybe it's not a production problem. Maybe 13,100, maybe it's just a little fluctuation. I don't know. I'm going to check the South Pole and see what's going on with the launchers there. So yeah, I mean these have got a full belt of solar sails. Insufficient power supply, of course, but I mean they're firing as power permits. This one, what's your problem here? Path blocked by the ice giant to whichever orbit you're supposed to. Nope, there it's fine. So this ring of launchers seems to be doing fine in terms of the ones that are. I mean, they're not supposed to all be firing at once because there's like some are on the wrong side of the planet, but yeah. So okay, so I mean, I can see from here that Carniferous 1 is firing. It's just firing its heart out. I might have seen it doing more before at some point, but it's like 13,000. 000. What is going on with this Dyson Swarm? Okay. Well, where'd it go? There it is. Maybe the fact that they're both like currently sort of lined up in orbit is being a problem. But I mean, it doesn't seem to be a supply issue. So you are, I mean, okay, so maybe this seems to be like tilted away from the star a little bit. Maybe that just like, yeah, well, let's see. This planet has a axial inclination of 5 degrees, which is not much. Like, we've got like basically half of them are they're looking blue, which means they are capable of firing, I guess. Now we've got nearly full belts, full of sails, so that is good. I mean, I know they need power to but I mean, they should have gradually more power as this swarm recovers. So okay, so we're back above 13,100, 160. I don't know. How fast does this how fast does that one orbit its parent gas giant? Check the star map. Oh, and centering. Like, I mean, it goes kind of slow. So maybe it was just in shadow for a bit. Spins kind of fast. Pew, pew. Looks like 13,200. I don't know. Maybe the magnets were a problem a little bit, and then it's fine now. Okay. I guess we'll just call that fine for now and check back later. Do I still have enough stuff to go exploring? Looks like it. Got warpers, got batteries, and got stuff to mine what we might find. And towers to bring it home if we want to do that. So yeah. So where do we want to go exploring at? Let me change the title back. The Star Cluster. Alright, so now we updated it. Let me know if you don't see that. Should say exploring stars, exploring the star cluster. So let's see where we want to go. Then, so the ones that are labeled are ones that I've like sort of pinned, which means more or less that I've visited them. How far are these stars? 5 light years, 7 light years. So to our left is Rana and Kabelased. Okay, we're gonna start with Rana. It's like left and below. Except planets might be in the way. Okay, what's this it? 44 Pegasi. Alright, let's switch to map mode. Okay, so that is 44 Pegasi. Go to Muskie. To these it? Algorabs. Rana. Okay, so now it's to our right. Over here. Let's switch to different mode. Rana. Pin. Oh. Pin. And what is this? What's that? That's new. Oh. I guess that sets it as target. That's kind of cool, but also not exactly convenient. But bias, yeah. Okay. ETA. Right. Okay. Let's get. Guess the ETA is if we're going sublate. But all right. Let's check. Power is good. Got warpers. Engage. Seconds. Two light years. Okay, it's getting the AU range. Rana 2 and Rana 1. Alright, let's look at the... Wait, first let's undo that display. Okay. The Rana system. Didn't you see a Rana? Oh no, it's orbiting that. So this is a K-type star. And now I have to do the thing I said and look up K-type star. A K-type main sequence star, also referred to as a K-dwarf or orange dwarf, is a main sequence hydrogen-burning star of spectral type K and luminosity class V. These stars are intermediate in size between M-type main sequence stars, red dwarfs, and yellow G-type main sequence stars, that's the Sun, So it's halfway between a red dwarf and a sun-like star. They have masses between 0.5 and 0.8 times the mass of the sun. Surface temperatures between 3900 and 5200 Kelvin. These stars are of particular interest in the search for extraterrestrial life. Ooh. It's of interest for extraterrestrial life. I don't know if the game is gonna do that, but we want to find a mushroom planet. Well-known examples include Alpha Centauri b and Epsilon Indi. Cool. They're stable and on the main sequence for a very long time. So 18 to 34 billion years, compared to 10 billion for the Sun. Like M-type stars, they tend to have very small mass, leading to their extremely long lifespan that offers plenty of time for life to develop on orbiting Earth-like terrestrial planets. They're also more abundant than G-type stars. They have low ultraviolet radiation, more likely to have tidally locked planets, more likely to produce solar flares, making it harder for life to develop. Wider than M-type stars. Wider habitable zone than red dwarfs. So that's Rana. Hello, Rana. Oh, come on. It's got fire ice somewhere in this planet. It's got deuterium somewhere in the solar system. Yeah, so let's check out the planets, which are below us right now. Rana 1, Rana 2. Rana 1 is gas giant with deuterium. I wonder if I should collect some of that with an orbital collector if I have one on me. Rana 1's got, what, fire ice? I mean, nothing to send home, but we'll at least check the surface of the planet, see if there is any interesting life forms. Any other interesting features that I haven't seen before in the game? Auto-saving. Okay, so this is, looks like Icefield Gelisol. Gelisol was a type of soil that has permafrost in it. Might be pronounced Gelisol, I'm not sure. But we looked up that at some point. If there's anybody who's into like planetary science, you might who's in the chat, who's watching right now anyway, and you happen to know anything about these types of planets. Like I looked up Gelisol and it didn't seem to have anything to do with like planet types. Exoplanets. But anyway, as far as you know, types of life or anything, new features, this doesn't seem to be much of an interesting target. So let's move on to the next star. Okay, and before I do that, can we tell... Really? Can we... Wait, hold on. Dyson Sphere view. Can't phone home and get an update on the Dyson Swarm. Oh well. So, the next one we're going to visit, and I think we'll just do one more star and then head back to, let me just jot down that there's gas giant with deuterium. So if I should happen to need need some more of that than is produced in whatever processes we've got going on, then I know where to find it. So this was the G-type one, right? 2 light years away. So we'll check that out and head back to Coniferous. Do you want to check out a red dwarf first? Castula. So Cabelicid, which is behind us, slightly below to the left. Okay, to the left. Cabelicid, nope. Cabelicid. We already labeled it though. Does that mean we visited it already? G-type star. I don't know. We'll swing by it. So power is good. Got warpers. And okay. So what kind of planets do we have? This looks like maybe a lava planet. Map. Planet. Lava. It's got kimberlite ore. Whatever that is. Bill said 3. Do we need to be on the surface of this? I don't think there's much interested in that. Where'd it go? Bill said 3. Looks like that is Ocean World. Okay, I think this was where, yeah, this is where I couldn't mine the things because they're under the ocean. And of course, I didn't bring with me any like land forming tools to get at these spiniform stalagmites. I found spiniform stalagmites on some other planet, like on the surface of the planet, rather than under the ocean. But I don't think I currently had a use for them. So Kibis, that's the one we visited. Said 2 volcanic ash. Orbital resonance 1, 2. Orbital resonance with what? So this is just going to be ocean, right? Alright, re-entering. Yeah, it's just ocean. A little bit of land for whatever. Put some water pumps on here, but I mean, I don't know if we can actually run out of water in this game. Like if you have a water pump, I don't think it ever runs dry. Said 1, hold on, checking the map. It said 1 is lava, number 2 is volcanic ash, and I'm pretty sure we've been there already. I don't know. Let's see. Let's burn a warper. So, we've got sulfuric acid oceans on here, I'm guessing, and that's probably it in terms of like rare resources. Did we set up water pumps for sulfuric acid at any point? Like, are we... Pretty sure I did that. On some planet. I don't remember which. You need like project management software to play this game. Or at least to play it more in a more organized fashion than I do. I mean, not that I'm that organized playing it. Anyway, where's our home system? Core Nephros. Oh, what's that star? Merak, 17 light years away. Okay, so we're not that adventurous today, is to go to something that far away, because that would take multiple jumps. We'd have to recharge this 7 light years. We could probably get to something like 10 light years away without, well, on one charge and one warper. Or well, we'd need another warper for the round trip. Kinda wish I could turn some of these off while we're warping, because they all sort of run together, and you sort of, it seems like you could lose sight of your target. Okay, first two. here we are. Back home-ish. Checking on the Dyson Swarm, which is now... Oh, it's almost back up to 1400 or 14,000. So all I had to do was nothing. I don't know. The magnets might have helped. What do you think? Did the magnets help? Or was it just a fluke? I don't know. Am I hitting my planet? While I was... Oh, okay. Already in orbit. So let's head back to... Actually, let's check on the factory over here, because I think that was it on the horizon there. Slowing down, gracefully re-entering. Nope. So what do we got here? We have super magnetic rings. Yay! Alright, we don't have quantum chips. We've got super magnetic rings, which means we are producing the batteries. So that's nice. This needs those thingamajiggies. What's your problem with it? What aren't you getting? Getting processors, you're just not getting solar sails. I mean, if the solar sails are being prioritized for something else, like maintaining the swarm, that's fine, but I think we should get some. These are what? Components? Dyson sphere components? Yeah. Okay. And they're not getting solar sails, not getting frame material, and frame material we're not getting because of nanotubes. So let me check my notes. So we need solar sails. We need nanotubes. Let's see, got super magnetic rings. And we need quantum chips. Give me 1 second here. I'm sorry, I just yawned. Okay, so I guess we have some troubleshooting to do for that. For these components here. Pardon me, just checking. Okay. Dyson swarms back above 14,000. That's good. So to troubleshoot these, I guess we'll first... Sure, autosaving is fine. At least it doesn't take like a full minute to load like half a level like Half-Life does. Oh, by the way, I've been streaming Half-Life, the original Half-Life, and I tend to just do that at random times, so follow me. But for some reason, you know, it pauses the game to load little bits of the level. Like, even though I'm on a modern computer, it's an old game, so I guess it assumes that you can only fit so much in memory at once. Like, we could probably now fit the whole game in RAM on like a phone or something, or this computer, which is 7 years old, I think. But seems to be running this game fine. Anyway, back to the game that we're currently playing. Which, I don't know. It gets kind of annoying, just like having to trace back everything that's... Why isn't this thing being produced? Why isn't... Like, what does that thing need that the other thing needs that isn't getting produced? So it's like... I don't know. Not necessarily, not so much a game as a hobby, right? Like with a hobby, sometimes that involves like work. Okay, I'm using the map wrong. Let's... What? I don't like this display thing. And why can't I see the regular map? Do I have to be like on the ground for that? That was strange. Okay, so yeah, I was just looking for the interstellar towers. Looks like they're about halfway around the planet. So equal distance either way. Alright, so just gonna check on these interstellar towers to make sure that we're requesting quantum chips, carbon nanotubes, and solar sails. So, are we? Don't see them there. Don't see them there. Don't see them there. Don't see them there. That's a lot of interstellar tower. Okay, so we're requesting solar sails. We're not getting them. And I don't know, I don't want to like... I don't want to screw up the solar sail supply by like messing with how the like how everything's set up in these towers. Like that would be bad because we don't want to destroy our Dyson swarm before we've built our Dyson sphere, at least. Or at least before we've got a good start on it. But I don't see these like... I don't see any of these coming in, and I thought we supplied them, but try and delete and re-add. And that was solar sails, right? Yeah. Local supply, remote demand. Does that do anything from here? The old turn it off and on again trick is not doing anything currently. But we'll check for it on the home planet for manufacturing them. Alright, and these, clear and reset, clear and reset. Quantum chips, remote demand. What was the other thing? Nanotubes, right? Remote demand. Anything? Bueller? I don't know. I mean, I don't think we're producing them in like super quantities, but are we actually like producing them on this planet? Because like yeah, nothing in transit. Maybe that's the problem with those. What are we producing over here? Graviton lenses. And I don't see many coming out, but I don't want to think about that right now. Do we have another factory over on... So what's over here? Making graphene, which is used to make carbon nanotubes, right? So graphene, titanium. Nanotubes don't have titanium in it, right? Creative license, I suppose. Oops, didn't mean to X out of the map mode. We're not producing nanotubes on this planet, which I mean, it doesn't matter what planet we're producing them on. So, yeah, and so I don't see the quantum chips on this planet either. So we go back to the home planet and see, make sure I set these up. Local supply, remote demand. Local supply, remote demand. Cool. So alright, let's find solar sails, local demand, remote supply. Okay, so we got some coming to this tower, so we should be sending them out. I don't know how prioritizing will work. Like I'm sure it's going to be sending some to Crudiferous 1, which has our Dyson Swarm railgun launchers, EM rail emitters, whatever they're called. So I have to make sure that that doesn't like interfere with that stuff. You have to make sure that the rocket factory doesn't interfere with the Dyson Swarms launchers. Okay, and so we've got some remote supply, local demand, some nanotubes in storage here. Why are we not shipping them out? Let's Give him a little shipment. There we go. That'll just ship him out. I don't know if we're producing a lot here. Like where on the planet we're producing them. But now it's shipping them to somewhere. Hopefully to the place where we were trying to build the rockets and stuff. So that was solar sails, nanotubes. What about quantum chips? Anybody shipping quantum chips? This one, remote supply, local demand. It's just got no. Alright, well, let's tell it to ship them out. Like, just making the max storage below the current amount in storage will make it send a shipment. Don't want to leave it that way, but okay. So that hopefully will get those production lines started a little bit. And meanwhile, I want to check on my production for those two items. Somewhere on this planet we're making nanotubes. So, and quantum chips. Okay. And I have not drawn myself a map yet. This is our nanotube factory area. Sulfuric acid. Is that nanotubes? Okay. So it should be making some here. Well, okay, so it's just using... What? Huh? Alright, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. So it is roughly on the equator, noonish area. Cool, so where am I? That's smelting. That is to the east, right? Yeah. Northeast-ish. Alright, so you're making graphene. Putting it out here, feeding it to the nanotube production line, right? And so what are we doing? What are we doing with this nanotube? Your product stacking? Well, that's good. That means that we have more than we need. What are we doing with that? Sending it over. Sending it. Wait, was that? No, it's graphite. So we're sending nanotubes here over to make particle broadband, which apparently we don't need as much as we're producing. So okay, I'm going to put a splitter here, and this, no, what do you mean collide with our other object? What's it colliding with? And this back. There we go. So we'll do a space in one of these towers. Come on. Come on, mouse. Ah. You're with me for a second. Dude. This. This mouse is not currently liking using the scroll wheel as a scroll wheel button as a look around thing. That could be a problem. So this tower's full, and I guess we add another tower then, and tell it to, whoop, maybe, yeah, no problem. Okay, so I guess it's within range of that power pole. And tell it to supply nanotubes. Have some drones. So it'll supply once it has them. And we just need to bring them here. Oh, come on, mouse. That's gonna be annoying. So it's that tower, and we probably Alright, that mouse thing is going to be annoying. Alright, so this is the right stuff, right? Nanotubes, supplying nanotubes. So you're getting them, and you got them out in transit, transiting out. We don't want to take away from this what this was supposed to be doing, so I'm going to prioritize the sorter to do that. And come on, mouse. I don't know. Might need to call it a night if this mouse doesn't start cooperating. Hang on 1 second. Okay, that is going to be annoying, and I think I'm probably going to call it a night then, or an evening. But it looks like we solved some of our production bottlenecks. Our Dyson Swarm is still recovering, so that's good. We might be able to start producing those rockets and launchers to build our Dyson Sphere. So we'll see if this mouse is going to start cooperating. If so, I should be streaming Saturday at 4 Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Or if I can find another mouse that I have, or get one from somewhere. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I hope you found that enjoyable or educational in terms of playing the game, or whatever you're hoping to get out of it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, so long, fellow aliens.